I just went downstairs to tell my husband something, and by something I mean to be quiet, and then I ran back upstairs and now I'm really out of breath. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video, this month's video, my second video of the year. I'm gonna give you guys a little bump date today. I do have a craft video coming up soon. I'm just still working out some of the kinks and I need to find some supplies still, and it's been a challenge. But yeah, more content is coming up, I promise. I'm gonna try a little harder, but I am tired, as it says on this shirt here. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts from my new motherhood collection, currently available on my Etsy shop. The link will be down below. All right, let's get started. I am currently 28 weeks along, but I'll actually be 29 weeks tomorrow, so whatever you want to call me. According to Baby Center, for 28 weeks, my baby is currently the size of an eggplant. I, however, feel about the size of a beached whale. Although I'm not, when I look at myself, I don't look that big. I just feel a lot bigger than I look, which is annoying when you're trying to move around. And if you have a cat laying on you when you're in bed. Anyway, what's been going on with this pregnancy? Well, if you saw my last video, you'll know that the beginning of this pregnancy was rough. It's gotten better. Like, I'm not nauseous every day and dizzy every day like I was. But one major pregnancy symptom and side effect, or whatever you want to call it, that I'm having lately is a lot of hip pain. So I'm trying to do a little bit of yoga every day. Some days it doesn't happen because I'm busy with a toddler. Some days it doesn't happen because I'm just really tired. But it is something I'm trying to do to sort of help with the hip pain. Also, when I'm working at my computer and I'm sitting on a chair, it exacerbates it. So that's another reason why I've been a little slow for getting videos out and doing other work. Also, I've been really busy with a few things on my Etsy shop, like the motherhood launch, and then I have another little spring launch coming up in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. That one will be mostly mental health related t-shirts, which I'm excited about. A few weeks ago I had my anatomy scan, so that is typically done around 20 weeks. Mine was a couple weeks later just because everything's so slow and backed up right now, as I'm sure you can guess why. But I had my anatomy scan. This baby was moving a lot during it, making things very challenging. And then he kind of huddled and then wouldn't let us get certain images of the heart. So everything was sent to my doctor. She said, yeah, I really want those heart pictures, so go back for another scan, which was kind of neat because then I got to see the baby again. Since then, I've gotten those results back and everything looks good. Baby looks super healthy. So I'm really excited about that. And most recently, the thing I did was a glucose test for gestational diabetes. And that was a couple weeks ago. I got a call from my doctor's office. She was just telling me my iron was low and I need to start taking iron supplements, which I'm not surprised by. I had to with Cassidy, and I've always had low iron in general. So I'm taking iron supplements now. She didn't say anything about the glucose test, so I'm assuming that means everything was fine. Other than that, pretty uneventful pregnancy. I'm just exhausted all the time. I have shortness of breath all the time because this baby is really up against my lungs. And it's interesting when I go places and they have to do the COVID screening and they're asking, like, do you have any shortness of breath? And I'm like, well, if you have a baby pressed up against your diaphragm, what do you think? I don't actually say that, I'm not rude, but that's what I want to say. I usually say no more than I should from having a baby inside of me. This baby, as I said before, loves to move more than Cassidy did, and Cassidy was an active baby too. She also drove our ultrasound techs crazy. But this guy, oh my gosh, some days I'll be sitting there, I won't be feeling anything, and then all of a sudden it's just like boom, right up my stomach. So I swear he's trying to bust out. He shouldn't. Not yet anyway. I'm hoping to carry this baby to term. So far everything looks good according to all my scans. Like TMI, I guess, for weird people who don't like hearing female anatomy, but my doctor told me like the placenta's high, which is very good. Cervix is very thick, so I don't have any worries there. Usually if it's thin, then they're a little concerned about preterm labor and having a preemie in general, and that's just not something that is a concern here, so that is very exciting for me because I want to carry this baby to term. Partially just because I'm not ready for a newborn yet. I'm not as like, let's go, let's get this baby out of me as I was with Cassidy. This time I'm like, you can take your time, you can stay in there. Because after Cassidy was born, I really missed being pregnant for a few reasons. Like, I loved having her, obviously, but when she was inside of me, I knew she was safe, and I wasn't worried about like SIDS and her falling off a couch and falling off a bed and hitting her head on things and choking, and so this time I'm just gonna soak up the pregnancy, as painful and tiring as it can be. And also, the longer I stay pregnant, the longer I'm able to get some stuff done, because once the baby's born, that's when I'm gonna be pretty much all consumed by raising children. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. Not too much else going on. That's one thing. Having a really nice, easy pregnancy means I don't really have too much to share with you guys. But I'm happy about that, because I'd rather not be sharing with you guys some horror stories right now. But anyway, I'm going to keep you guys in the loop if there are any updates. I will try and keep you guys in the loop when I eventually have the baby. And of course, since it's a bump date, I'm going to try and get a bump in here. One great thing about my shirts, they're unisex fit, so they still fit over my baby bump, which is nice. One thing I will share too, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I know I've mentioned having a difficult birth with Cassidy. I'm giving birth in a different hospital this time, one that's closer to home, which is good because that drive was not fun. I've been told by many people the hospital I'm delivering at is one of the best ones in the province, or at least this area of the province, for giving birth. And I spoke with my obstetrician about my concerns from what happened last time with the nurse and all that, so I'm hoping it's a better time this time. I have hired the same doula that I had before, so that will bring me a lot of extra comfort, and I've already talked to them about that with all the COVID policies and procedures and whatnot. I am allowed one support person, but I am allowed a doula if she has like her doula card or whatever it is to prove that she's a doula. But other than that, I would only be allowed to have one support person. Due date's May 7th. I can't remember if I ever mentioned that. I was 2 days late with Cassidy, so we'll see. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. Check out my Etsy shop for the motherhood collection. I got a lot of really fun shirts in there. I'll be showing off a few on Instagram, so if you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you do that as well. And if you haven't, please subscribe down below. I promise I'll put out more videos than I have been lately. I'm trying, I really am. But yeah, definitely subscribe. Once I get back into the swing of things, I'll be posting weekly again. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!